I wanna be famous 5 years now. Nah, but not in this town.
I'm chilling on stream with my overlay clean. Then a bot drops in with a marketing scheme. Buy more views, get rich today. I hit that delete, send them straight away. They don't chat real, just dump and dip, leaving sketchy links and a crypto script. No soul, no vibe, just digital spam. Trying to scam the fam, but I ain't that lamb. Bots in the chat trying to sell me a dream. Click the wrong link and you lose your stream. You want fake fame, you pay that toll. Next thing you know, say goodbye to your soul. Oh no, not today, bot brigade. Hey, hey. There's that one who clicks too fast. Now the Twitch is haunted by a shady past. Help me out, I made a mistake, but you dance with bots, now the ground gon' quake. My mod's got moves like cyber defense, catching those fakes before they commence. So if you a bot, just know the deal. This channel's powered by vibes that feel real. To every streamer holding their ground, to every chat that keeps it sound, this is your anthem, this is your stand. No bots allowed in this righteous land. Bots in the chat, but we roll too tough. Fake clout games, we've had enough. I see your script, your shady scroll. This stream's on fire, we're in control. Another one down, added to the toll. They want my shine, but can't pay the toll. No shortcut here, just heart and soul. So take your scam and crawl back to your hole.
System boot up, lock it in. Neon light flash, let's begin. No sleep, no change, no time to slow. Overriding gaze, run the code. A legend pulse, I feel the flow. No reset, time to go. Digital war, I play to win. Break the chains, reprogram within. Cybernetic mind, no fear in my veins. I was built for the grind, now I run the game. No cooldown, no delay. Data flows, I ride the wave. Lock and load, the signal strong. Glitch the map, we don't play along. Rewired fate, no path retold. Break the loop, rewrite the code. No limits, we reign supreme. Neon streets light up the scene. No shutdown, no consoles. We break through, we run free. Hack the world, break the chains. Override, stay alive. One line of code, I control the board. Backdoor access can't be ignored. Zeros and ones, yeah, see through the lies. Encrypted fate, watch it digitize. No firewall strong enough to hold me. Speed run life, ain't no loading. I bend time, I crash through. Override complete, now reboots. I feel it flow, no reset. Time to go, digital war. I play to win, break the chains, reprogram within. Neon trails in the dark, I ride. One move, one chance, no time to hide. Glitch my fate, watch me redesign. Override complete, system mine. No limits, we reign supreme. Neon streets light up the scene. No shutdown, no controls. We break through, we run free.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is I, Dro. Welcome to Gen-Dro Studios. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with your boy Dro as we jump into more streaming goodness. Yes, the goodness. The goodness. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, Duke Hugo. Always a pleasure to see you. Always a blast to have a chat with you. And it's always a blast to have a chat with all of you. So don't forget to come by and hang out with your boy Dro, 9:30 Central Time every day, Monday through Friday. So go ahead and check me out. I will be here and we will be playing different games. We added a new game to the repertoire, of course, and I will try to work on it the best I can. It's not exactly my type of game, but it seems like it's a popular hit, so I'm gonna give it a shot some more. And I am talking about Fortnite. That'll be on our Tuesdays, I believe. We'll still keep our Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays rolling the same game as we are in the middle of something. But you know, if I get too bored with Fortnite, I'll probably jump back onto RimWorld, because, you know, RimWorld, it's RimWorld. I mean, I'm really hoping that I manage to get some cash so that way I can finally buy the space upgrade. The Odyssey. I'm really looking forward to that. So, yes. Once I buy it, I'm saying, Fortnite, you got to take a back seat just for a little while. Anyways, I hope that you guys have been enjoying the Mass Effect and Tainted Grail, as well as our God of War, which is soon to be coming to an end, which makes me a little sad, just a little bit. But we'll see. I might beat the game this coming Monday. I might not. Who knows? We'll see. Don't forget to follow and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate it. Every like counts. I love seeing some feedback for all the work that I do, so don't forget to do that. And if you want to chat with me outside of the stream, you can always go ahead and check out my Discord. Links in the bio, or you can type in !DISLINK to go ahead and get your own little link on the chat. As long as you do it live, you can go ahead and check it out anytime you want. Anyways, oh man, last night was crazy on the rim. Oh snap, you got to tell me all about it, man. I would love to hear about it. Or I could watch it. Could do that. I'm not gonna watch your stream while I'm streaming though. That would be kind of weird and messed up a little bit. I'm taking all of Duke Hugo's like crew. I'm like, here, you can just watch Duke Hugo on Gen-Dro Studios. Enjoy. That'd be messed up, wouldn't it? Anyways, so I need to see your Oni base because I find this game so hard. I haven't done too much with it so far yet. I mean, I've just been expanding, gathering materials, making sure I have enough food, expanding the bases, and kind of like leaving, because I'm doing the expansion that just got released, because RimWorld and Oni both got new expansion packs released literally around the same time. I'm doing the prehistoric pack, which basically you're in a prehistoric meteorite and you got another asteroid coming at you at high speeds, and I have a certain amount of time to finish that, so that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Switch that scene, baby. Yeah. All right, so it seems like everything's working correctly. Let's go ahead and put on some music. Let's go ahead and get something different. All right, go to 70. Done. Okay. Resume. So basically what I have right here is I have basically a gas pump, because this shoots out carbon monoxide and eats peat. I got my batteries on that, and I also have it throughout here. And this not only does that, it not only sucks up all the bad gases, but what it does is it'll go through the filter, and the filter will shoot out regular breathable oxygen through these vents, and then siphon this out. And if I click on the pipe real quick, so this is my setup, not the pipe, the ventilation. So if I click on the gas pipe thing, you can see how it works. I have it all pushed out into all the rooms. I'll probably expand it further as we expand our base, because I'm going up, not down. Down is where all my junk and crap is, but it goes all the way out here. All the bad gases, which you can see that is the green and the black, are bad, and it shoots out into space where we don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's pretty much my setup. And of course, I haven't done really much with the toilets yet because I haven't found a way to have a replenishable water source. So until I figure that out, I will try to keep the water usage to a minimum. And I'm just using it for mostly upgrading and cooking. That's pretty much where most of my stuff is. It seems like I'm gonna have to start this up. So we have 76,000 calories, which should cover us for a little while since we only have 7 dupes currently. We got, so far as rooms are concerned, we have our hospital, which they usually tell you what the stuff is. We have 3 power plants. Of course, you got the water right here because I've been pumping water source from all over. We got the kitchen here, the mess hall here, a greenhouse here, 2 barracks, 2 latrines, and 2 stables. Well, a stable and a greenhouse right here. Now, I had to make another greenhouse because the food that I'm growing here feeds these little fluffers here. And then they shoot down eggs, and then I can break the eggs into this egg cracker. I haven't done anything of the sort, and I am literally running out of room for food, which is kind of weird. It says it's storing 100 kilograms, but I'm not sure what that means exactly. I might have to build another fridge, maybe, possibly. I'm thinking about it. Let's go ahead and do that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. This game, it is hard, and like I said, I'm not an expert at it by any means, but I got a lot of advice from Mr. Squeaky before he died, as well as some fanboys of this game. So I got like an idea of how to work things around. It's a lot of physics and a lot of things, and you have to be really creative how you do stuff. So right now, as you can see right here, I have been dumping salt water and polluted water all into this one area, and my plan is eventually I want to disinfect it. So what I'll end up doing is I'll put a pump, and then I'll put a heating room probably throughout this whole area. We'll put some heat through here to kind of like, after it gets, you know, purified, there's still going to be bacteria in there, so we're going to use the heat to kill the bacteria, and then we'll pump it back into the showers. So that's what we'll probably be doing after that. Physics and chemistry, exactly. So just a little bit. Right now, currently, I have my people cleaning up this mess they left here. Eyes were way too big. What? Hold on, let me see. Looks like it. Oh, man. All right, but anyways, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're playing cleanup because some of this trash is actually shooting out. As you can see, I believe it's the salt. Maybe it's tossing out crap, and you can see like it's smoking and stuff like that. So hopefully they pick that up soon. They haven't filled up the storage container. I just built this recently. I'm probably going to make more rooms for pets, so I think this next area is going to be another pet area. So let's go ahead and do that as well. I'm going to close that off, throw in a door, nice pneumatic, and then we will throw in some oxygen. Let's see what we got here. Ventilation, gas pipe. No! Don't do that. Jesus. And then we'll throw in a gas vent here. And that'll be the next area, and we'll make that another pet room after we get this all cleaned up here. Obviously, we need to make sure they mop this area. Gotta get rid of all that if we're gonna have another pet room. And I was thinking about getting probably the Dartles next. The Dartles will probably be my next pets. And they're looking for food, and their diet is dewdrips. So non-hot I might have to put a what I might have to do is I might have to put in a pump in their room just to clear out the chlorine or whatever, chlorine gas, and then pop it back outside like I have the other stuff. That's more than likely what I'm going to have to do eventually. And then I think with that, we should be all right. I still haven't learned this though. Do I have this duplicate skill for that yet? Who's supposed to do it? Freja, aren't you supposed to be the demolition guy? Learn a skill point, you loser. How dare you? Idiot. So, like, have you ever actually gotten really into the game itself, or did you just quit midway and just like, I haven't touched it because it's too much? Because it is a lot, and these dupes really make me mad. I really they frustrate the hell out of me. Did I not set up? Oh yeah, I must have forgot. Let's see, food over here. I'm gonna have to toss in another fridge because I'm running out of room here for food. We'll throw the power in here. Make sure that works. And that should work perfectly fine. Hooray! Hooah! How many days they got? Jesus, is anybody feeding these guys? Do we need to put a storage box here for the food? Let me see real quick. Base. Let's throw a storage bin here. Come on. Don't be a pain in the butt. Throw that in there, and then we'll do their food, which is currently... They're not hatches, they're lums. So what is the lum diet? The Ovagro fig. That's what it is. I still don't know why that's not growing correctly. I might need another farmer. That's probably what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need another dupe farmer. But we'll toss that in there and make that an Ovagro thing. Why aren't they actually doing that? A single Ovagro node can support several Ovagro vines without any increase in its water requirement. Decor 15. Are these just decorative? Let's see real quick. Let's uproot this. And then we'll decide what we're gonna put on there. It might be that I need the butterflies, which is a possibility, and that's fine. I don't mind. It's all good. They're not butterflies, they're called mimicas, but still. I can see you in the sky. I can jump twice as high. It's in a book, just take a look. The reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. I know, I'm silly. Who has the farming ability? Let me check which colonist has it, because let's see. This colonist works on nothing currently, but his love is improved carrying. Now, why did I get him again? Was it for the carrying, or was it for... Yeah, it was for medical compounds, right? I think I wanted a doctor. I don't think anybody else does doctoring. Just making sure. Well, Bubbles does, but she's working on farming. I need 2 farmers. Okay, Ashcan's a farmer. But Ashcan also is my digger. That's probably what it is. I'm gonna need another farmer. Well, I'm gonna need him for hazmat digging, so I don't want to go any further than that. And it looks like he's barely making it as far as morale is concerned. Interested skills learned, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because if I do this, it's just going to be... Well, I guess I could, technically. Would it hurt it? Only if I did one of these, one of the bigger ones. So I think... it says that somebody else has improved farming. It says 2 people have improved farming. Who else has improved farming? Bubbles does, and... Ah! That's why there's 2 people, because he's my critter rancher. That's right. I guess I can give Ashcan another thing, kind of. Now it's just a matter of... 2 to agriculture. Let's see what it is. What does improve farming do? Farm station usage. Well, I don't think I need to go too far. We already have a specialist for that, so I'm not gonna like push it, but cooking ingredients and edibles. And it looks like nobody is feeding the peat, so that's an unfortunate incident. You guys are gonna be suffering if you guys don't turn on that electricity. Can somebody please fill the peats? Give it the peat! You still haven't killed the bacteria yet? What? No, I did. Kind of. Look at those dartle eggs. Even our dartle eggs give like bad carbon dioxide. I halfway wonder if I should make them go under here and just make this room into something else. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and put a Mimica Bud in here and see if Mimica Buds help. There's an Is there another type of Avagro in here or no? Weedswort, waterweed. This plant produces lettuce. This thing makes things cold, so it freezes it. This plant converts carbon dioxide into oxygen? Wait, what? Bitch? Sorry, did I say that loud? What? Oxyfern grows 1 plant from a seed, can be constructed. Where the hell did I get this from? This plant produces oxalate. Huh. I'm looking at this oxyfern, I'm like, huh? What? Word? Okay. Sweet deal. What's the requirement on the power plant anyway? Let's see. Power plant, 2 or more power buildings. Okay, so I can't add something to the power plant. I'm thinking I'm gonna add a pottery area that they can actually like plant the oxyfern, because I really want that for the carbon dioxide buildup in here. So let's go ahead and give it. Actually, I have a better idea. What if I'm trying to think. What if I made a filter on top of the main filter line? If I made a filter off of that line, I could probably attempt. No, but it's. I would have to bring it out this way and then connect it back into here. So that's the only way I would be able to do that. Connect it, then put the filter up top here, and then bring it back in here. But either way, I could do that, but no, that's a bad idea. I don't want to shoot carbon dioxide up in the top because it sinks right back down. Huh. Oh, look, we got an incubator. Cool. Airborne critter trap, smoker, micro musher. I'm gonna try it to see if it works. And if it does, that's awesome. If it doesn't, it's cool. Don't hurt my feelings. So we'll put a planter box in here and try and test out that oxyfern, which I had no idea there was one that did that. That's awesome. That was fast. Look at you guys go. We'll put an oxyfern here. And hopefully this will help in my my endeavors of keeping the pollution down to 0. Gonna help him move the sun. I'm thinking about Captain Planet. Who, I mean, I know I'm old, but who out there remembers Captain Planet? I know I do. I used to watch that show all the time. Along with the original American Power Rangers. You remember Tommy, Billy, Jason, Kimberly, Trinity, and what was the other one? I'm trying to remember his damn name. Go, Scott. Ah, yeah, there it is. That was the name. I had every single one of them except for the one. That's not bad though, all things considered. I know some people who watched it too, but can't remember a single thing about it. But I remember, like, it started off with Rita, and then it changed to Zed, and then things started. They released the movies afterwards. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because I even remember Tyrannosaurus, Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Saber-toothed tiger, white tiger. What was the other one? It was the green dragon. I freaking remember all of it. The Triceratops. My brain. There's a lot of. I remember the Power Rangers though. Like that was my jam from back in the day. But I used to watch all the old shows. But Captain Planet was one of my favorite cartoon shows for whatever reason. Next to like the Magic School Bus. Don't judge me. The Magic School Bus is amazing. So my RimWorld Sorter sent 4 of my pawns out on a raid, 2 stayed. I had 4 prisoners, so obviously Prison Break chose to hit then. I managed to recapture 3 of them, then my warden decides to break, so 2 of my prisoners are starving, 1 dies of infection. I'm scrambling to feed the 2 who are left. Feed 1, the other one dies, but I don't realize, so when I click to feed, I instead click consume, and my pawn goes and eats the guy's head off. No, that sounds like RimWorld. That sounds like the chaotic RimWorld that we love. And you do play on the harder difficulty. You like playing on losing is fun, right? I know you're not the only one who's been playing recently. Hellfire's been playing RimWorld recently, and he's been telling me he's been playing on it. He likes. He liked it all the way up until he got to the point where he was getting raided like left and right, like crazy, like almost all the time. It is what it is. Some people like it though. I know people who love the tension and the pain in the ass ways about it. But hey, you know, to each their own, right? All right, so we were going to put in. What was I gonna put in? Bonbon, nectar, and wood, sweet corn. No, we were gonna put in the Mimica blood to see if that would help us any with this. If it does, we'll plant another one and then we'll fill the rest with Ovagras. It wasn't Scott, it was Billy. Was it Billy? Scott, Zach, Billy. That's what it was. I forgot Zach. That's what I remember saying Billy. So Billy, Zach, Jason, Kimberly, Trinity, Tommy, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. 5 Power Rangers, normal Power Rangers, plus Tommy, who was the extra. Did he die recently? Not too recently, but like he died not too long ago, as far as I remember. We had our triple deaths, of course. Everybody knows that. We've been seeing it all over social media, and honestly, there's a lot of hate towards Hulk Hogan or whatever, and I really, honestly, nobody's perfect. I'm not going to judge him. He lived a good life, and he did a lot for the wrestling community, so I can't say that what he did, or what he did, or I don't know any of his business. It's none of mine, but he was one of my favorite wrestlers when I was growing up. And who was the other one? Can't even think of that. I know who he is, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Jason David Frank, aka Green Ranger Billy, died in Green Ranger was Tommy. Green Ranger was Tommy, and he died in 2022. Okay, yeah, it wasn't too long ago. It was about 3 years ago. But yeah, I was pretty shocked that he died. Lots of deaths lately, man. It makes me feel old too. At the same time, I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, Jesus, I can't believe I am reaching my 40s next month. So happy birthday to me. I'll be reaching the big 4-0. I'll be halfway through my life, or a little bit more halfway, depending on how long I live. I'm hoping for 80. I'm hoping 80 will be, you know, the peak. I mean, I would love longer, but I'm not stupid. I'm well aware that I'm probably not going to live past like up to 90. None of the males in my family do, so I'm not gonna claim that I know when I'm gonna die. But I'm hoping for 80. I'm hoping for a good old 80. I'm hoping I'm midway through my life. He was 49. I was 39 on Wednesday. Oh, you already had your birthday? Ah, well, happy birthday, buddy. If I missed it, man. Happy birthday. I can't believe I'm hitting 40 on August, and it's kind of depressing in a way, a little bit, just a little bit. Kind of depressed about it. It feels like my life is just flashing before my eyes. Just going so fast. Everyone missed it. I was sick and did nothing. I'll probably not do anything on my birthday either. I haven't done really much on my birthday. Most of the time, what I usually do is I will just treat myself to like a game or something, and that will be a present. And it'll pretty much be the same. Just a little nothing. You know what? And it's kind of funny. And I'm not saying that my birthday isn't a big deal to me, because it is. I actually do love celebrating my birthdays. It's just been time and busyness and not being able to prep, not having enough friends to actually help me out with it or want to celebrate it with me. So it's not like I can have a party like I used to. Back in the day, when I was much younger and I, was still around my old social circle from school, I used to have plenty of friends, and I would throw a party. I would even bake my own cake and invite people. Fun times, fun times. All you had to do was show up. You didn't even have to bring a present, not unless you wanted to. Although I know that a lot of people would say, well, I mean, when you say that, it kind of makes you want to get one, like you feel like you're pressured. I really wasn't intentionally trying to do that, but I have had some of my old friends, ex-friends, whatever you want to call them, I did have them call me out and be like, dude, the way you act like so nonchalantly, it makes us feel guilty about like not getting you anything. I'm just like, That's your guilty conscience, not mine. I have nothing to do with that. I mean, if you don't want to get me one, seriously, don't get me one. Get over it, man. You ain't hurting me. It's all good. Not enough carbon dioxide. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll uproot this, and then we'll deconstruct that, and we'll try to go deeper and see if that works. I bought Odyssey. That was your Christmas present. Or not your birthday present. Sorry, my brain is somewhere else. If I said you must bring a present, would you then feel good about not bringing one? You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. I just wanted to celebrate, eat good food, and drink it up and have some fun. I didn't really care about any of that crap. To be honest with you, it's not really important to me. I just wanted the company. I'm a very lonely man. Says him as he admittedly calls himself a loser. Well, I stream video games. You can't get much more loser than that. To be fair, I am a nerd. I am a dork, and I play video games and watch anime. Don't hurt my feelings. Seems like a winner to me. You're dang right. Well, I mean, no, did you ever hear about, one thing that, like, I always loved... What's up, Hellfire? How's it going, man? I always loved, Jackass, the show and the movie, or, I mean, whatever. But Steve-O said something in one of his interviews, a while back ago that really pissed me off. I think I've mentioned this before a long time ago, but I'll mention it again. He said that people who play video games are losers, and it struck a nerve to me because like he was like one of my favorite people until he said that, and then I was like, no, you fucked up, dude. I don't like you anymore. Fuck you. I was just like, nah. I'm sorry. No. Says the one who injures himself for entertainment. Nah, I'm sorry. You got rich off of, you know, abusing yourself, and you know that doesn't make you any better than gamers. As a matter of fact, gamers are smarter because they would not hurt themselves for their video games. We're not sitting here taking a knife and be like, and by the way, that was not a real knife. It was a plastic one, see? But no, seriously, I was upset about that. But I ever since then, like, I owned it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'm a loser. At least my teeth are real. Gen X don't understand gaming. They have the worst takes on it. It's true. It's true. You know, surprisingly though, my mother actually got me into video gaming. And I mean, obviously she had me when she was 26, so I guess she's technically a Gen Xer, I guess. But she really did love video games. We used to play Civilization together, Tetris Attack. She still plays video games every once in a while. Not as much as she used to, mostly because she's kind of blind, so it's hard for her to see. So she has to like squint at the screen just to see what she's doing. But yeah, man, she was probably she was my hero, man. She said, I would rather you play video games and stay home all day than go out and do bad things and get into trouble. And you know what? I'm okay with that. If my mother was the reason I became a loser, so be it. At the end of the day, it does not matter. Is she born before 1965? Let's see. Yeah. Like literally right before 1965, if I'm guessing correctly. Hold on. It's 2025 right now. She's 26. When I was born, I'd be 40 this year, so add that. She is currently 66 years old, so 66 minus 2025. She's a young boomer then. Yeah. Young boomer. She's cool as hell though. A lot of people, actually, a lot of my friends when I was growing up always thought she was a cool mom, even though she was like she terrorized the heck out of me. Her mission in life was to make sure that I was so tough that, like, let's just put it this way. So consider me a 30-year-old man. All right, this was back when I was 30, and we were shopping together, and I was taking her grocery shopping, and I was 30, not 30, I was 34, 35, something like that. We went grocery shopping, and we were walking there, we were walking around, and my mom made a comment, and it was the most boomerish comment you could possibly hear, and I can't for certain know, even if I did know what she said, I probably wouldn't say it live because it was that effed up. But I was like, Mom, I was like, no, that is not cool. And you know what this woman said to me? She's like, I didn't raise you to be such a bitch. And I was like, whoa! I was like, hold on now. She's like, I taught you to be tougher than this. She's like, what happened to you? And I'm like, I'm a grown man. I can't just be up and just getting in people's faces just because I don't like what they said. Like, Jesus Christ. So she has boomerish tendencies, but like at the same time, she's still cool as hell. So I don't know. It's hard to put like one single pin on my mom because she is bipolar. So I mean, there's that. But nowadays, she's currently staying with my brother in Arizona, and she's living and taking care of my nieces. They're babies. They're babies. He started his family late, and he focused on his military career first, so he didn't have kids young at all. Because I think he's 6 years younger than me, so he should be 34 this coming September. Boomers remember the moon landing. Gen X, that's the cutoff. Ah, nobody is normal. Everyone love RimWorld storytelling. That funny first thing the pawn ate was the head. Once I had two pawns decided to get married in the middle of the battlefield where there was a Shamblers blood rain. A raid was going on. They had mortars landing all around them in the spot they chose. That is a hell of a story, man. And this is probably why people love streaming and recording RimWorld moments, because the most effed up things happen and you get to capture them and you can just share with people. It's why I liked RimWorld so much. Just the idea of a story happening and things going bad. But like, I always like when somebody dies or like there was a fight or something like that, I like to look at all the notes of what happened. And then I also like watching like the arguments and stuff. I just read it. And I don't do it on stream normally because that would be a lot to do while streaming. But because I only stream for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, so I don't have enough time to sit there and read and try to get everything done at the same time. But they do have some amazing funny things, like the fights they have, like people biting each other, and like one of like I remember the first time I read it, it was like so and so bit somebody's ear off. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? Why would they fight like that? Oh God. Like that battle event I showed you, Dro? Yeah. It was too funny. It was great. It was a hell of a good time. All right, so we got that going on. Let's go ahead and finish up the rest of this so I can decide what to do next with all this space that I have now. And then, let's see. Throw in this gas pipe. Look at all that pollution I'm sending up. That is a crazy amount of pollution. Look at all that pollution. That's probably what's killing most of my powers, the pollution control. But it's necessary or we'll all die with icky lungs and carbon monoxide poisoning. Honestly, I was thinking that I was probably gonna have to run 2 pipes up, but it looks like this one pipe can handle all 3, which is a good note. But I don't think it can handle much more than that, because when I'm looking at it, I'm just like, well, it might, because like the small squares signify that it's not a whole lot of gas, and the bigger the square, the more the gas. I wonder what this big green thing is, though. Is it polluted oxygen? It's a good question. It's a good question. The answer was 1996 to what? All right. Type the number. Following question: when was the Tamagotchi digital pet released? 1996. Holy crap, dude! I remember my Tamagotchi. Well, I didn't have a Tamagotchi per se. The first Tamagotchi type that I had was a sumo wrestler. And like you could like basically fight other martial art type things. It was really weird. I don't remember too much about it because I had it when I was young. I think the first time I got one was like around 1998. But I then got one of the Digimon ones, and that was really fun to play with. And oh man, I remember the whole big thing where schools were trying to like take away our Tamagotchis and stuff, and it's so funny. Heck, you know, a lot of people like say that America is crazy now, but like America's always been really crazy, right? I don't know if you guys remember this, but did you know? For those of my younger audience, did you know that they literally said that Pokemon was the devil? Literally said that. It was so hilarious. And not only that, PETA came after Pokemon. Like, they were always butting heads about Pokemon, and I'm just like, why do you care about fictional characters? Why? Who are you? And like my mother explained is because they were trying to say that it gave people the wrong impression about animals and stuff like that. But like, if you can't separate, and it's the same argument on like, do violent video games make people violent? And like, if you here's my thing: if you yourself as a person cannot separate fiction from reality, then yes, you probably shouldn't play any video games. A lot of things have been labeled satanic. D&D as well. Yeah, but of all things, Pokemon was the one that just blew my mind. I'm like, how is that even demon? Like, do they even watch the show? Like, I remember Ash Ketchum. There was nothing about that show that even remotely made me think that Pokemon were inherently evil in any way, shape, or form. Love me some D&D. My group is doing the Curse of the Strahd for the first time. Crazy stuff, man. But yeah, I say that the craziness level is still there, but it's kind of shifted towards the direction of gender roles and racism, which it's kind of funny because I don't know if anybody noticed this, but racism comes in waves, right? Like the racist movement, like everybody like plays victim or whatever, but honestly, everybody has the same amount of opportunity as the other. As a matter of fact, they have more. And you can disagree all you want, and we will agree to disagree. I'm not going to argue with you, and I'm not going to go into logistics. Not my style. I'm just saying that's where the craziness shifted. It shifted to a whole different direction, and now we're worried about people changing the gender of their kids, which is absolutely, I don't understand the logic behind why people do the things that they do, but that in itself is the most craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Seriously, leave your kids no spots alone. What is wrong with you? Like, please stop. It is not okay, you sickos. All right, let's forget all about this. Let's see what it is. Does living in a house with 148 guns in it make people violent? Oh, no, 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 no. That makes them safer. Supposed to have that many? Crap, I only have 5. Well, to be fair, Duke Hugo lives in probably the most dangerous place on Earth, so I think that he needs all the guns he can get. He could walk out his front door and get snuffed out by a kangaroo for no reason. Kangaroo just be like... you just see him just cold turkey just... take a nap. He has to worry about putting on shoes and checking them first for scorpions and stuff like that. He has to worry about centipedes, snakes. Like, he has the worst nature around him. I would say guns are having 148 guns is absolutely staple for any Australian. He could put his boots on and take a dirt nap. For real, he could. He could have a dirt nap real fast. It's a dangerous place he lives in. Now, I know that some areas are safer than others, but I mean, you can't control nature, and it goes wherever it wants to. And then we gotta look out for that dang spider. Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, man. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely working a lot better. And it's emitting oxygen, which is good. It's not a waste because obviously oxygen, I have this mesh tile, and so it'll just shoot up there. It'll be perfect. If I find another one of these oxyferns though, I'll be happy. I wonder if those are native or did I get that in a care package? I'm not 100% on it. I know I got the Mimica from here. A Megafrond. What does Megafrond do? Megafronds produce Megafrond grain, an ancient grain that can be processed into food. That might be something I'm going to look into. Dew Dripper. Okay, so this is their natural food for the dartles. So I need to get a couple of those. Do I have any in inventory right now? Let's see. Let's type in dew. I do have dew seeds. So good. Yeah, I have a few. So I can feed the dartles. I'm trying to figure out how I want to set this up though. Because I'm thinking maybe I should put dartles right here in this area and then just have it shoot up, but I don't have any people close to it. Then again, I could put it into the system, but there's no chlorine pushing into here, so I don't know if there's enough room, or maybe I should just make a separate pipeline for the dartles and just throw it in there and just have a little pump here for that. It's a thought. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it though. And then I could just connect the oxygen to here, siphon it out, and just toss it up that way. I haven't decided, but maybe I should go and dig upwards, maybe? I don't know. Choices. My brain hurts. Guns will not help you with a snake or a spider, but at least my kid won't get shot in school. True that. I think that I think what we're lacking is a sustainable place for mental health. I think it's very easy to go crazy in this country. There's too many expectations, too much judgment, too much bullying, too many agendas, and a lot of differing opinions here, and it's a melting pot. And melting pots are beautiful, but then you always have your too much of a good thing can lead to bad things. And I think that what we're suffering here right now is a really big epidemic of mental health crisis. And I think that social media doesn't help that any. Actually, I think it's probably one of the leading causes of what's causing everybody to shoot up schools and go nuts. But yeah, mental health here is just out the door. Plus, not to mention that the government has their pockets in anything. And as soon as you get out of school, the first thing you realize is the government has his hand in your pocket. Like basically you are a puppet, and basically the government moves you the way they want you to. So it's hard to live here because of that. And I'm not saying that it's harder than other places. I'm just saying that's why it's hard, and that's why we have school shootings. Mental health is crap here. Absolutely. But I honestly, this whole gender thing, and look, I don't care what you do with your life. It's none of my business. I'm not going to say anything about that. But I think it's gotten a little too far. I think too many people believe that the definition of gender is something that you believe that you are, and no, that's not how facts work. I'm sorry for those of you who feel offended by it. Look, if you have preferences, sure. If you prefer to be called something, that's like me saying my nickname is Dro. That's obviously not my real name, but I prefer to be called Dro. If you presented it like that, it would be a lot more easier to digest than you up and trying to change the definition of wording. It doesn't make sense. You probably shouldn't do it, and it's mind-boggling that you think that it's okay to. Science is there for a reason. What's the matter with you people? Fund general health, mental health, and education properly will do a lot to help. Yes, I agree. I agree that I don't believe that we would accept it as a country right away, but universal healthcare is probably something that we should have been doing a long time ago. And here, I understand that as America is a capitalist nation, I understand that people want to make a business or whatever, but like making a business off of people's lives and their health is just, it's kind of effed up. I'm just saying, like, you basically kind of put us in a situation where you're basically, your life is dealing with dead people and you're killing people because they can't afford your pricing. And that's kind of effed up. And I don't think that, I think that we should have some sort of thing, not Medicaid. I think Medicaid it's a waste of tax dollars. I think it should be universal. Honestly and truly. And people say, well, the quality of care, no. What happens is, if doctors don't make as much money, right, as they do now, less people will try to be a doctor to make such money. And the only people who are doctors are the ones who are passionate about healthcare. There are people out there who love serving others. That's their thing. They love doing that. It's what's the word? It's called a servant's heart or something like that. Well, anyways, there are people who are good for that. No. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about misgendering, and I think trans people are people, and I think that they are categorized correctly. I'm talking about the people who believe that who say that you have to believe. All right. How do I explain this in a way so I don't sound like a total tool? People who don't see it as controversial. Kids don't get trans unless it's extreme surgery and have been for years. And when a boy starts growing breasts, nobody cares if they get gender-affirming care, even if they naturally have breasts like a female. Okay, now I do believe that their acceptance of the trans community is one thing. I don't believe that we should do surgery on children. And it is a real thing, and it has happened, it has been documented, it has been spoken about several times. I don't believe in saying that just because you say you are, that you are. That's not how life works. When you are biologically born a certain way, that's the way you are until changed. You cannot say just because you feel like a woman that you are a woman. You have to go to the trans thing first. That's my opinion on that whole situation. But what I am talking about is saying that there are hundreds of genders out there when there is male and female. Trans is a gender to a degree, but once you you are the gender that you transed into. So while you are categorized as trans, the gender still stays. You are either a male or a female, if that makes any sense. That's my view, and like you can disagree with it, but if you do disagree with it, I want a good argument on why you disagree with my point of view. There's no way off about it. Just saying. Being trans is not a gender, it's a categorization of who you are as a person, that you transition from one gender to another. Sure, but it is not a gender. At all. If you are a man and transitioned into a woman, then you are a woman, right? Just like if you were a woman and transitioned into a man, you are a man now. But biologically, you were the other. That's what categorizes you as trans, but it is not a gender. At all. No. It's a categorization. That's it. Prove me wrong. I dare you. And just because, and honestly, that's pretty much my views on it. Like I said, everybody has their own thing or whatever. I believe that gotta stop looking at it genetic male, genetic female is all let people be, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't hate on anybody. I don't speak out against being who you want to be. But the they, them, and all that other stuff, and it's just not my cup of tea. And maybe I'm too old, or maybe I'm just ignorant. You can call me either or. It doesn't really matter to me. But it's a lot, right? How do I know that you are to be a he and her unless a they, them? Because really, that's two people. More than one person. How do I know that you're more than one person? By looking at you, you look like one person, right? And if you look like a female and I call you a female and you're actually a male, I'm sorry. That's my bad. And all you got to do is correct me. There's nothing else to it. Don't get all hot and bothered because I think you look one way and you're another. It's just how it is. I just don't think you want to be on that side of history because I don't think you have enough info on it. And when you learn, you'll be on my side. Like, okay. I have met trans people. I have befriended trans people. I know this sounds like, you know, I'm friends with no. I've met trans people. I have befriended trans people. I have had conversations with trans people, and I know that there are stable trans people, and then there's the people that you see on social media. And the people that I see on social media are the ones that I disagree with. Like I said, being a trans, okay, you're more. I don't have a problem with trans. I don't care if you want to be something else or if you feel like you were born as something else. If you feel that way about yourself and you want to change that later on in life, I don't believe that you should be doing it to children. They're not mentally and physically developed enough to do that. What I was saying before was I disagree with doing it to children. I know that children suffer from depression. I know that children go through a lot. That is what counseling is for. That's why you have support system. That's why you have a lot of things. It is a very big deal because a lot of suicides have happened because of it. A lot of deaths have happened before. Before you say that I don't know what I'm talking about or that I don't know enough, I've done enough research and I have talked to many people about it before I had my opinion. Therefore, all I'm saying is it is not good to enforce that or push that on children. It is if you are a mother of a child and the child wants to be a different gender than what they are, that's fine. But do not do that to their bodies. What it does, it ends up messing them up. It is not healthy. And statistically, most of those surgeries end up making them worse mentally than before. Because they're still deciding. That's like saying that a 9-year-old knows what they want to do for the rest of their life. That's retarded. Okay, you cannot honestly assume that a child has enough mental stability and enough information and enough to go on to make that kind of decision for their life. That's why we have age requirements for certain things. For example, you're not going to let a 9-year-old drive a car. So you obviously would not let a 9-year-old drink. You would obviously not let a 9-year-old smoke cigarettes because they are still developing. And that is my opinion on that situation. I can say for a fact that the doctor has no right to prescribe that at all. That is something that a doctor should not have any. Look, the point is, it is not healthy. It's been proven that it's not healthy. It has been scientifically proven, psychologically proven that it is not healthy for children to go through that. That transition is meant for adults, not for children. If you think it is okay to cut a little kid's wee-wee or disfigure a little girl's no-no parts, then, I mean, that's your opinion and you can live with that. I disagree with it, and I do it genuinely. In the long term, it's been proven that it's healthier to do it when you're older and more mature and can make that decision for yourself. Doing it to young children is not healthy. It's been proven that it's not, and there's a lot more studies on it than that it's not. I've read it. There's a lot more studies that prove otherwise. And I, like I said, I understand the psychology of it. I understand that there's a lot of them suffer persecution in other countries, and they hurt and kill these people, and it's not okay. It's very bad. And there's a lot of suicide rates because they're unhappy with who they are, and I understand that. And that is something that we want to prevent, and I honestly understand that. So, I mean, I get that. But disfiguring a child, I'm the same person who disagrees about circumcision of babies. I think it's mutilation, but that's just my opinion. You can disagree otherwise, but I unless there is a medical condition that causes an issue with their thing, I don't see the mutilation being a necessary part. And so far, it's been the choice of parents, you know, and that's okay. It's whatever. I don't agree with it. Just like I don't agree with transitioning when you're, you know, younger than 16. I'm just, or 14 or 15, whatever puberty starts hitting. I just don't think that you should be messing with that stuff before then. Absolutely not. They don't do it to young children. They need to identify and live their identity for years, but there's tons of anti-trans propaganda out there talking about what you're saying. I don't agree with anti-trans propaganda. There are messages in that are correct, but then there's they take it to the next extreme. Like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody transitioning. To be honest with you, if it makes you a happier, healthier person in the long run, then by all means you should. But I don't think you should do that to children at all. And I say this as a father of two and a previous stepfather of many. It's not okay. Don't mess with your kids' bodies. Don't mutilate them. Don't do anything to them. Support them in their wants and their needs. If your boy wants to be a girl, let them wear their makeup and their dresses. Let them do what they want. Let them be who they are. But do not mutilate their bodies. Let them make that decision when they're older and wiser and more mature enough to make that decision for themselves. Do not make that decision for them. That's unfair. And what if later down the road something switches and their chemical switches another way, which is a possibility? What happens then? So, I mean, that's why I say that it's not okay to do it that young. I don't have a problem with doing it in general. I think it's fine, and I think it's great for those who have been able to pick up their lives and finally feel like a person again. That's cool. I think that's a wonderful thing, and I'm glad that we have the ability to do that now. But not to children. I draw the line at kids, buddy. I draw the line. Kid touching, kid mutilation, or kid surgery, unless it is absolutely 100% necessary for their life. If their life is in danger, do not do that to children. I have such a strong view that we should protect children and we should make sure that they're healthy and they grow up happy and we support them in their dreams and their possibilities. But I do not support mutilating children. I do not support that at all. Anybody who supports that is a horrible person. I'm sorry. I just cannot. Do not mess with kids. I couldn't let you say that stuff without challenge. Yeah, I mean, let's drop this before the community guidelines get breached. Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Like I said, it's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I really don't care what you do with your lives. If it's not has nothing to do with me, by all means. I don't agree with certain things, but that's about it, and that's my opinion. But what does that, my opinion, have to do with anything? If that's what you want to do, you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And that's basically in all choices that we do. Like, you know, oh, fun fact. Speaking of Power Rangers, I'm going to go back and into the Power Ranger thing. Did you know that I met somebody who actually met Billy the Power Ranger? And did you know that he was on drugs? Like he was an addict? I did not know that. It was crazy. He was, in fact, on drugs. Drugs. Is this thing gonna grow, or is it just gonna sit here and pretend that it's not gonna... Is it the chlorine gas? I wish these guys would pick this stuff up already. We have a whole bunch of storage boxes. We need to clean this area up. It looks like hell. Can't believe you thought I was anti. What? You guys are crazy. Hurt my feelings like that. Rex. You know, it's kind of funny. He says Miss Prey, but literally his prey is right here. I don't understand. Like, that's his diet. His diet is eating everything. Why is he starving? I wonder if we can have anything on here that, let's see, refinement. I want to look for something that can kind of refine brine into something better. We got crude oil into petroleum, plastic polymers into raw plastic, clay to make ceramic, rock crusher, plant polarizer. Is he on a hunger strike? I don't know. He's got some sort of issues going on with him. I don't know what he's doing. He was like, before I put this base here, he was doing the same thing. He was still like starving. I don't understand what this Miss Prey thing. I don't know if it's a glitch. It says this critter failed to catch a prey critter. It will fare battle with elderly or tame targets. The dartles aren't moving very fast. I don't understand how you're having a hard time like, look, he's right going into your mouth. Eat him. Just eat him. He's right there. I would like to see him eat it. He might be. It's actually kind of funny. They will die when you have them in captivity, but as soon as you release them, they don't die. Which, by the way, I'm gonna have to relocate this guy over here for a minute. I see death on the horizon. I see death. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and complete more of this base. Oh, wait. Did I learn a skill? Did you learn a skill yet? Did he? Where is he? Yes! Thank God. Oh, thank God. I can finally get rid of that so I can build a base there. They're like pandas, but instead of not breeding, they don't eat in captivity. That's weird. Wait, do pandas not eat in captivity? Or instead of not... Oh, pandas do not breed while they're in captivity? I didn't know that. Is that a thing? Is that a fun fact you're giving me that I didn't know before? Do pandas not have any... They don't breed at all when they're in captivity? Like, seriously? Because that's a fun fact that I would like to share with some people, if that's the truth. I want to look it up. If I'm being honest. That's one of the reasons they're so endangered. I had no idea. But then again, like, what's like, you can't release captive pandas out into the wild just willy-nilly. You kind of have to make a... You basically have to have a huge land mass full of, like, that's protected around, but I don't know how you would even manage that either. How would you be able to save the pandas at that point? That must be a very difficult question. How do you save people who don't save themselves? That's kind of sad, though. I hope that they don't die or go extinct. That would suck. I heard that, I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw on a video, speaking of endangered, I saw in a video something about us actually making prehistoric wolves from back in the day, but like not like the same type, but using DNA to kind of make them. I think it was the gray wolf. I'm not 100% sure. It was some sort of prehistoric wolf, but I don't know if it's factual or not. I saw a lot of videos on it, like maybe like 2 or 3. And one of the guys that I saw it about, he's this black guy that you probably know. He looks skinny on camera. He's actually really jacked. I'm trying to remember his name. God, for the life of me, I can't remember his name. But he does a lot of animal videos. He'll hold the mic and he'll talk about it. And he's so entertaining to watch when he talks about animal facts. I'm sure you guys know about him. There ain't no way that you don't. It's real? No! That's crazy! I wonder if we're gonna try to bring out back any other prehistoric monsters, like the mammoth or something. I've heard rumors of it, but I don't know if it's actually being done or if they're actually thinking about doing it. Although there's some prehistoric creatures that we should probably, you know, keep them fossilized. I'm just saying, if Jurassic Park taught us anything, while fictional, is that when you fuck with Mother Nature, you're gonna get burned. Bad. Like, really, really bad. I don't know if it's a good idea to mess around like that. How are you miserable? All right, relocate over there. How do you still have a cycle? Move that thing over there and see if he'll eat off those branches, because I might have to make some changes. See, I'm trying to learn how to feed this damn thing, and he is not eating anything. You don't want to eat any of this? I guess when you tag them and bag them, they're pretty much donezo. Are you seriously gonna starve to death? I'm gonna have to look up how to feed lums, I think. I watch a guy called Clint's Reptiles on YouTube, and he talks about a heap of evolution stuff. You need very specific types of fossils to do it. Most fossils don't have the DNA you need. I suppose that's true. I've heard a couple of accounts on that. Actually, I've read about that. Back when I was really into prehistoric creatures and animals. I read about like the fact that they thought they don't have enough DNA to recreate a lot of creatures that they find, and sometimes the fossils they find just don't have anything, just imprints. So it's really hard to get anything out of it. There was a bird in Madagascar called the Vorombo Titan. Am I saying it right? The Vorombe Titan, which was 10 feet tall and 2,000 pounds, and they could bring it back anytime they want. Oh, God. I mean, obviously they didn't want it because we haven't seen anything like that, but good God. 10 feet tall and 2,000 pounds? Do you want that thing running around? You know, if they did do anything like that, they'd probably toss it back to Australia. Go toss it in Australia. They got all sorts of dangerous things over there. It's like a double ostrich. Jesus Christ. My God. If that thing, Steve Irwin would be rolling in his grave because he never got to touch it. If we recreated something like that, he'd be so upset that he didn't get to play with it. He'd be like, damn it, no! I lost my only chance. Organic is not what I'm looking for. Agriculture, no. Consumable, dirt, filtration medium. Trying to find sublimated. I'm doing great. Prime garb. Maybe I need to. I think I know what I have to do. I think I'm gonna have to make a crafting bench. Well, I did make some new rooms. Let's see. Stations. Crafting station. Let's go ahead and make a crafting station here. Power it up, Scotty. Let's see if I need some shears for this. Maybe I don't have the tools to actually farm that. Maybe there's something I need to make. I've never actually messed with crafting too much in this game. The most I made were like gas masks. They went extinct because their eggs could feed a village for a week, so obviously humans just raided all their eggs until they were gone. Wow. They would actually, I mean, they would have to make a pair, right? We would have to make an Adam Eve version of them to actually bring it back into population, for sure. Unless they're, you know, a weird species that doesn't need, you know, both genders, just one. Farming, researching, tidying. I'm trying to remember what creatures off the top of my head are like that. I know of one aquatic one that does only need one gender, and then there's another one that like can change genders. I'm trying to remember which one that was. Yeah, but once you have the DNA, you can make as many as you want, I assume, because it's all microbiology stuff. You would think? I mean, can we reproduce DNA or make carbon copies without consuming it? I mean, doesn't that go against alchemy? Just kidding. But no. I didn't know that all you needed was the actual information, that you can make copies just off of the information. If that's how it works, that's pretty cool. Joya seed and the lure plant. Well, I guess we're gonna try out this one. I know we made a couple clones, but I don't know if that's the same thing as, you know, recreating an animal. But wolves, man, I can't believe that's actually real. It kind of shocks me a little bit. I'm a big animal lover, I really am. But I don't know. I don't like playing God either. I do not like playing God. I'm a very religious person. I don't like it. I don't like it a lot. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me feel weird. Ugh, gives me the heebie-jeebies. Hey now. You're gonna die. You're gonna die a miserable death. Ah! So lately, I've been a little depressed lately. Not for anything other than, you know, obviously the fact that I'm of loss. I won't go too much into it. It's kind of a personal thing, but like I've been depressed lately. Whenever I get depressed, I start to binge watch anime, and I have watched some pretty interesting anime. The one anime that that kind of messed with me a little bit was called Death Parade. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but like the first episode kind of messed with me a little bit because of what I was going through. But it's a pretty good anime. I like the premise of it. It was pretty good. What was another one that I've watched that was pretty good? The Dragon Raja is still ongoing, but I like Dragon Raja. Although it's hard, like Hellfire, I have a hard time listening to the the Chinese dialect because I'm so used to listening to Japanese. And is what it sounds like to me in my head, and it's a lot of, I don't know, it's like a lispy Asian language, and not to make fun of it, Chinese or anything like that. And it's not like, you know, it's horrible. It throws me off a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just, I don't know. But that's another good one that I liked. It's very interesting premise. And then what was the other one? There was another good one that I watched recently that was, and like I said, I've been binging these for a minute. Binging them. If you guys have any suggestions for me, if I haven't watched it, I would love to hear it. Make sure you go onto the Discord and let me know if you got some animes that you think I haven't watched. Trust me, it will be hard. It will be a hard thing for you to do. I watch a lot. Sent a news article to the Discord about wolves. Cool. Maybe I should put a channel up for animals too. Animal facts? Well, I have the doggy news, but I don't know if, I think maybe if I change the doggy news to animal news, that might work. Yeah, I think I'll just change the channel name and just animal news, because I'm a big animal fan. I love my doggies, by the way. I'm gonna miss the hell out of them when I leave. God, I love them so much. They're my babies. Yes, I am one of those weird people who consider their dogs their children. I am one of those weird people who do that. So obviously nothing's changing here. Okay, so nothing here that we can do. Metal power bank, uranium ore power bank, oxygen mask. I guess I should make a few of these. We have nickel. Let's go ahead and make... I want to say 8. We'll make 8. I'm gonna make an oxygen room. I think that would be a grand idea. But where would I put the oxygen room? I could put it here. Although it is kind of iffy on all this crap there. They really need to clean this up. Come on, guys. Get to work. You guys are pissing me off, lazy bums. How much food I got? 77? Type the name of the... Okay, what is it? Type the number of the answer to the following question. How many plays is Shakespeare generally considered to have written? 37? 25? 54? 18? I want to say 37. I could be wrong. I'm guessing 37. I want to guess. That's what I'm gonna guess. I'll go 37 on here. I'll take that chance. I'll do it. Anyways, in the meantime, they're making gas masks. I want to make an oxygen room. So, how did I do it last time? I'm trying to remember. Oxygen room, oxygen room. I could put it in here and just cut this vent out. Put next to an oxygen checkpoint when passing by. I guess this would be the best place as any. That means I'm gonna have to dig through. Alright. We can do that. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this. No, never mind. I just realized there's water in there. Ah! How dare they? I also put the YouTube video about bringing the back the giant bird. Awesome. I want to take a look at that later. I think you also sent a AI fun clip for Suno. Another music that I would love to listen to. Can't wait to listen to that as well. I've been so busy lately. I have company, so I've been basically taking care of company and taking care of my things at the same time. It's a hell of a lot of chaos. It's fun though. Good times, good times. I love having some company over. One of my favorite things, especially since I'm such a loner. It's a step in the right direction for me. That song was inspired by the RimWorld events described earlier. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. You know, Hellfire, you should definitely give me like some lyrics or something that you want to. I would make you a song just for you, buddy. Make one just for you. I'll call it the Hellfire song. I only say that because I have literally, I bought my Refusion, so I have access that I can play whatever I make commercially, no matter what. It only cost me like 70 bucks. So if you're interested, let me know and I can make you some songs. Cause I like doing that. I actually made a few songs for a couple of people, some of friends. So some of my wife's friends asked for some songs and I made them some too. I enjoy doing it. It's pretty fun. I haven't made any new ones for the channel yet, but I'm thinking that when I do an update on the channel itself, I'll probably start making some new songs then. But I do have some fun making it. Man, that didn't take very long at all. I don't think I have it on fast forward. They're just clearing through this like it's nothing. But anyways, guys, it is getting late and I got to go to bed early because I have to take care of dogs early and the company will be leaving early, so I won't be able to sleep past 5 anyway, so I'm definitely gonna have to go to bed soon. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with your boy Dro. We will be back Monday with some more goodness. I might come on the weekend. I'm not gonna say a guarantee. I might do some gaming on the weekend. I haven't decided yet if I will or not. But I'm thinking about, because of the certain events that are going on in my life right now, I'm thinking that we're probably gonna be bringing back at least Friday and Saturday, at least one day of streaming. So we'll be bringing back something at least in the future. I haven't decided yet because I'm currently looking for work. So as soon as I find out like a scheduling kind of thing, I'll let you guys know more and keep you posted. But be looking forward to that. You know where to find me. Don't forget to check out my Discord. You know how to get there. I've told you earlier, but I'll tell you again. You can go ahead and click on the profile in the bio, you'll see the link right there for you. Now, for those of you cell phone users, you will have a hard time doing it for whatever reason. Nobody can click on it. So if you have an issue, you can go ahead and type in !DISLINK during my streams, and you can get your own little link that you can click on and join the Discord. Everybody's welcome, as long as you're respectful and others of others' viewpoints and whatever, and you're not fighting or calling each other names. You're more than welcome to come by. I don't mind. The only person you're allowed to insult on Discord is me, because I'm the butt of everyone's joke. I guess, somewhat. Anyways, I'm out. Later, guys.
Another day, another game. We gave it our all. From epic fights to chill nights, we answered the call. No matter the battle, no matter the play, we keep the energy rolling every single day. One more round, one more fight. Now I sing it for tomorrow, same time, same height. Chance you brought the fire, kept the vibe so tight. Now we wrap it up, but we'll be back tonight. Gen-Dro Studios, we level up strong. 7 days deep, and we're still going on. Say your roles, say your roles, don't say goodbye, cause the next adventure's right on the rise. Whether we're grinding, crafting, or taking a dive, every stream, every moment, we're feeling alive. Ain't no game too big, no challenge too steep. We take them all on, no skips, no sleep. Lights dim, the credits roll, but the story's never over, keep that in your soul. GG's in the chat, on the E-notes high. See you next time, same place, same sky. Gen-Dro Studios, we level up strong. 7 days deep, and we're still going on. Say your boss, say your won't, don't say goodbye, cause the next adventure's right on the rise.